Okay, so I have shared the screen. So before we actually start with any technical discussion, let's first of all have a brief introduction about the Bicard. First of all, let's understand what the Bicard is, in which domains which we work, and how the training and placement process goes on. And after that, we will discuss the part of the uh, technical part. Okay, so Bicard is working in same domain for last around 20 years. Bicard is working in this domain, embedded systems, and we work in majorly three areas. We work in majorly three areas. The first area is we work in as freshers, freshers who have completed their education, and those who are looking for the skill embedded systems and they want to enter into the industry. That's the first area. So for freshers, we conduct training. We also have placement assistance for them. Number of core embedded companies are associated with Bicard. We offer placements also. And the second area which we work in is working professionals. So nowadays, what's happening because of the increasing scope? Now means you must have heard in every area, whether it is industrial automation or it is IoT or it is the biggest field now is automotive sector, electric vehicles mainly, and then some other areas also. Embedded system is used everywhere, and the demand for electronics and especially for embedded systems is increasing. That's why what's happening, number of people from number of different fields, they are willing to learn embedded systems right now. In our many of our batches, online as well as offline, people from mechanical background, people from electrical background, they also are doing this course, and they are learning, they are acquiring skills, and they want to switch the field. Some working professionals, some people are like they are already working in embedded domain, but they want to upgrade their skills. That's why they get associated with us. We help them to get better in programming, get better in the microcontrollers understanding and communication protocols, or some domain specific things are there, like they want to learn some domain specific things like automotive domain, things like CAN protocol, or some other domain specific things. So that's the second area which we work in. Third area is the corporates. So we have been working for some companies also, means we conduct corporate trainings also. So we have been conducting trainings for corporates, some big companies. So the benefit of this two actually is benefit of training working professionals, and the benefit of training corporates is we understand their expectations, especially when we deal with corporates. We conduct trainings, syllabus designed by the companies. So we very well understand what is the current market trend and what the companies are actually expecting, and what they want their employees to get trained on, what kind of projects they are working on, what kind of microcontrollers they are using, what level of C programming, microcontroller communication skills, communication protocols they expect. So here we get understanding about what actually industry is expecting, and it helps us to be in the synchronization with the industry. And this helps us to go in more depths of the embedded syllabus, which reflects here also, while training freshers and while training working professionals also. We make use of that information and knowledge we get in association with corporates. So we have been working for some corporates from Pune location, some corporate companies from Bangalore, Chennai, so different locations. So we have been in touch of embedded systems and greatly involved in number of different areas, domain specific things, and number of companies are getting associated with us. So that was a brief introduction about Bicard. Now let us understand what's the future of embedded systems as such. Means, in case if you are a fresher, or you already have been working in the industry in some domain. So right now, if I tell you, in some current batches, there are some people who have got 5 years of experience, some 8 9 years of experience people are also there, those who are working in some other domain. And considering the current market trend and the upcoming future for electronics and embedded systems, lots of people are getting interested in learning embedded systems. They very well understand key there is the future. In fact, recently what happened, some pure mechanical companies, they wanted their mechanical team leads or even managers to learn embedded system, because now the industry is like pure mechanical things will stop existing. Even automobiles, the biggest sector right now, the cars are getting like evolved. Lots of electronics is added in cars. Engines are means in some years government also has target that they do not want petrol or diesel vehicles, they want electric vehicles, and some other options will come in the near future. And for that, electronics will play a big role, and it is already showing effect in the market that it's a huge demand. Means companies have lots of demand, and that demand is not getting fulfilled. So if you acquire some level of skills in this domain, there is a good future in this area. Let's understand basically what embedded system is, and in which areas the embedded system offers you a career. So first area will be like industrial automation. Automation, the plant automation, or nowadays what's happening nowadays, things are getting automated. Production plants or production lines, manual things are reducing and things are becoming automated. Means companies, rather everyone wants things automated, because machines can work 20 even 24 hours without any complaints and without any pauses. So automating previously was kind of a monopoly of PLC. Means 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line, if whenever somebody says automation, then people think about PLCs naturally. But PLC is a high cost solution. Means the cost of PLC is somewhere in lakhs. So now, if for some small automation solution investing that much cost is not so sensible. And nowadays the better options are available. Means microcontrollers are available in very cheap cost. In 50 rupees also you get a microcontroller, which has got some on chip peripheral devices also, analog to digital converter, memories, uh, decent processing capabilities. So number of features are available. Within 50 or 100 rupees you can get a microcontroller, and within few hundred rupees you can build some nice application. So industry automations are now getting inclined towards embedded systems. So slowly you can say the embedded systems are replacing other systems because they can provide cost effective solutions. So there is a scope, industry automation. Then next is IoT, Internet of Things. So if you talk about IoT cycle, then it's like the complete products, IoT based products. They will obviously involve microcontrollers. You must have heard about ESP32, ESP86, or you must have heard about STM32 boards, or you must have heard about wireless networks like LoRa, which provides you wireless connectivity without internet within the range of 6 to 8 kilometers. So such devices, such networks, and such boards are coming, which facilitate you to create some platform wherein sensors can be interfaced and you can directly talk to cloud. ESP32 has got Wi-Fi facility. So using libraries within a day or two, you can make something very much meaningful very easily, and that is also cost effective. Within couple of thousand rupees, you get those boards which are Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, everything available. So embedded plays a role in IoT also. Lots of embedded companies work on embedded plus IoT kind of products. Embedded in that will be playing the major role. Yes, obviously the IoT concepts will be needed. Now, when we discuss embedded systems here, we also discuss about IoT. But the majorly what happens when we talk about IoT, when we talk about accessing cloud for something or servers, the major part of that from embedded point of view will be programming microcontrollers, understanding sensors, and understanding communication protocols. And the biggest skill would be programming. Means whether you are programming controllers or you are programming IoT, basically you need to have a programmer's mindset. That's the baseline of everything. If you are strong at programming, then you can easily dominate in this area. Then other areas will be like lots of areas are there. Other areas are like military applications, medical appliances, home appliances like your washing machine. You see, 10 year down the lines, what was the washing machine, and now what is the washing machine, and after 5 years, what will be the washing machine? Refrigerator. In some countries, in some countries there are some refrigerators, they themselves place orders in the market. Now, no, the shopping has become online. So in some countries there are already some refrigerators, they analyze themselves ki milk is finished, so they will place an order online, and the online delivery company will deliver milk at your place. So means without your knowledge, refrigerator itself will keep a track ki these things are produced, vegetables finished or milk finished, so it itself will order. So home appliances are getting smarter and smarter day by day. Your washing machine has become very smarter. It offers you lots of options, lots of clothing options. It also offers you lots of speeds. You can manually or automatically speed selection can happen, dryers and everything. And other electronic appliances are also there. Hair dryers and other things are there. Lots of things are there. Even toothbrushes also have got some electronics. So every small home appliances or small devices also, they have intelligence, and wherever you see electronics plus intelligence, you can say that's an embedded system. That's home appliances area: washing machines and refrigerators and microwave oven and air conditioner, remote control, set top box. So lots of, means in your home itself, if you count, lots of embedded systems are there, lots of microcontrollers are there. So it's you can say it's a big market. This is the right now, this is the biggest skill to possess. If you are good at this area, then it's very easy to get entry here. Then military applications, like military things are getting automated, like landmines, or you say drone technology is getting evolved. So that area is also surveillance systems are getting evolved. So that evolution, so means basically you understand, whenever any evolution, any changes, transformations, upgradation is happening, then for sure two things will be there in the near future, in next 10-20 years, or after that also, electronics plus software together. And you understand these products like your Bluetooth mouse. So how you imagine it? Bluetooth mouse. Bluetooth mouse is basically a battery operated product. It has got electronics, it has got intelligence. So it is basically an embedded like product. Then your wireless keyboard also. So everywhere embedded is getting entry in whichever area, complete market, everywhere embedded systems are used. In fact, there is no option for embedded system. Hardly any field can be mentioned where embedded systems won't find any application. And then one more, the biggest area right now is automotive sector. So basically cars, and the because of electric vehicles, and no surprises, right now we have hundreds of requirements for embedded engineers in, especially in this area, hundreds of requirements. So the current scenario means in last 10 15 years, we also have not seen such a market scenario wherein the demand is such a high that we are not even able to fulfill. We are running lots of batches, but still, in spite of being hundreds of students right now with us, still we are not able to fulfill the demand of our clients. So lots of companies, big names, right now I cannot give you names, means if you are interested we can share our placement record. From that you can get an idea. But recently our students have got placed in very big companies, very good names. So there are lots of requirements are there. Companies have requirements in hundreds. Now they are not asking in one or two requirements. Hundreds of requirements are there. So that's kind the market is. And I believe it is just the beginning of the embedded systems era. In next few years, this will be the biggest skill to have. And you also know it, how the things will be going on. Electric charging stations will increase. Electric vehicles are already increasing. Electrical bicycles also have started. So this area is evolving like anything, and the biggest role is played by the electronics in cars, and that is majorly the embedded system in car. In single car, there are tens of microcontroller, lots of microcontroller for seat belt, whether connected or not, for fuel indication, airbag system, then whether door is closed or not. So for all of this, the intelligence is basically coming from microcontrollers itself. So basically that's an embedded system. That's why embedded systems have huge demand. And some other technologies, sub technologies on automotive, like you must have heard about AutoSAR. AutoSAR is used, and some other automotive related things, CAN protocol. Those things are used in lots of companies. All automotive companies are using embedded technologies. So there is a huge demand, and there will be, it will continue on a longer run. In fact, now if you are in some if you come from some other domain, means recently we found that in last, after COVID especially, what happened, especially mechanical people or other background, electrical people, so now their companies are expecting them to learn electronics and embedded systems, because now everybody understands the market trend, and everyone knows that if you do not get along the market trend, then you will be out of the market. So you cannot be a pure mechanical guy, or you cannot be a pure electrical guy and expect to survive and grow on a longer run. Some or the other way, you have to get in sync with embedded systems. You have to learn programming. You have to learn microcontrollers. And once you add this skill, then on a longer run, you don't have to worry about the market scenarios and jobs and everything. There will be a sustainable growth in this area. But obviously every field gives you something, so obviously it will demand something from you. So we will now understand what actually embedded system demands. Means embedded system, see what happens, majority of the times people decide their field, means they want to work in this area, The major reason for majority, I'm not saying all, but majority of the people have strong reason for working in some area is key. I see there is a scope in the market. This field has got lots of scope, or this field offers a good package, है ना? Or lots of companies are working in this area. Yes, that can be one of the reason, but according to me personally, that has to be secondary. You find sustainable financial growth, good stability, lots of opportunities, lots of companies. So that's what you expect, but that has to be secondary. So we need to first of all understand if you are expecting a good package, or if you are expecting a good stability, a good company, a big company, or something like that, then everything, each of this thing, whatever is generally socially appreciated and whatever generally now we aim for. So what's your goal? Your goal is to get entry in the industry. Not only entry, you want a good company, you want a good package, and on a longer run you see yourself somewhere at a good position as well as with a good financial growth. That's what you're expecting now. But first, most important question all of us should ask to ourselves is ki, good company or good package or all those things are byproduct of what? Because generally what happens, generally every socially appreciated thing, whether it's some money or power or whatever it is, every socially appreciated thing is a byproduct of something. So if I ask you what's the this money and package and good company or job basically is the byproduct of what, and answer I get is a skill. So skill is the stability, basically speaking. And in fact, I would say, yeah, there is a lots of scope for embedded system, no doubt. And for many years now, this trend will be there. So there will be a longer run. Embedded system has got lots of life now. In fact, it has just started. And now, in India, some silicon companies or semiconductor companies are also coming. So no surprises, in next few years, it is possible that India will start manufacturing ICs also, and then this market will again grow, will have one more leap actually. So the future will be bright. India is a developing country. India has lots of opportunities. It's a big market. Semiconductor companies are coming globally. Also, all other countries also see India as a market. India has got lots of young population, and everyone wants to take benefit of it. India also wants to take benefit of it. So obviously we will grow. Obviously India will grow. Obviously this field and embedded system has got no option. Embedded system will make the things technological advancements, but the first and the most basic expectation is a skill. So now first question, if I ask myself, okay, I do some course or something somewhere, and if I get a job, after that what? So is getting a job my goal? So should not be. So getting a job is just a milestone. If you get a job, then that's not a full stop. In fact, if you get a job, that is just the beginning of your career. So you get a job, then after that, there also you want to grow in every aspect. Knowledge wise, you want to grow. Skill wise, salary wise, you want to grow. Position wise, you want to grow. So every aspect you want to grow. Then generally what happens, means now you see the IT market trend. What happened? You see, so you saw the news now recently. What happened? Immediately after COVID finished, after the lockdown completed, what happened? The IT market increased like anything. There was a bubble in IT market. It increased like anything. Means people were hired on means unbelievable packages. People got anything, means unexpected salaries in IT market. But recently you saw couple of months, a few months, now it has layoffs have started. So people are losing their jobs. People are facing instability, or companies are playing tricks like they enhance salaries. People getting in IT companies are, many IT companies are less than what they were committed. So companies have variable amount in their packages. So salaries are, and in-hand salaries are lesser than what they were committed for. So that's happening. It keeps happening. Means it's a trend of a market. So some field will get in boom, and sometimes there are chances because of some global conditions, economical conditions, global market. Lots of factors are there. Everything is not in our control. So market goes up ups and downs are a part of a market. Whichever is the field, every market, every field will have ups, and some downs are also possible in between. So now basically, I don't want to do like the market is going up now. Embedded market is it like this. It is going upward and it will keep going, but I don't expect we are at this point of time, and now I am easily going to get a job, and easily I'm going to get good salaries. Because 5 years ago, before COVID, if you ask me if I did not get campus placement in my college, and now I want to enter into embedded field, what will be my starting salary? If you had asked me 5 years ago, I would have told you something around 15, 10 or 15,000 something starting point salary in embedded field 5 years ago. Okay, that was considered as a okay kind of a salary, decent salary, 15,000 in the beginning, and slowly then as your experience it increases. Now it is above. Now it is something around 3 lakhs is what people are companies minimum salaries are offered by companies. That's because of market trends. है ना? But I don't want to like key market scenario is very good and I can easily get a job and I can get a good package also. So I can easily get entry in the market. So there are some like when if I can give one example. Suppose there is one boat and there is a sea. This is a sea, suppose, and boat is going on. The sea is silent, then boat has no issues. But if there is a thunderstorm happening in the sea, then what will happen? If the boat is small, if the boat is unstable, then it's gone. So when recession happens in the market, then the people with least skills will lose their jobs, or they have to somehow maintain the job on the basis of their relations, because they never built skills. They are on the mercy of relations. Somehow they have to survive. And after some time, after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years, you have financial bondages also. You have to fulfill the financial requirements of your family, of your own. So it might get difficult. So my suggestion to everybody would be, don't have a goal of a job. I want to get a job, or I want this much package. Okay, you get that job or you get that much package. Afterwards, what? Market trend is going up. This is a good scenario. But would you like to prepare for the best market or the worst market? So my suggestion always will be, if there are ups and downs, you should be prepared for this, not for this. Because in the best market, everybody survives and grow. In the worst market, only those who have proper good skills, they will survive. Because whatever is the market condition, the excellent resources are always needed. So if you ask me, in last 10, 15 years, was there a requirement of embedded systems? I will always say yes. Always there was a requirement. So there was never a span when the embedded engineers were not needed. Yes, but now requirement is increased. So 5 years ago, lots of people got entered into the embedded industry. They grown financially, knowledge wise. So if somebody is a doer, if somebody really has got skills, proper skills, then he or she does not have any fear. And best part is, he or she is not dependent upon market scenario. So if you are looking at some field only for the reason that this field has got a scope right now, that is the reason for you to select that field, that will not be the very correct thing, very correct reason. Decision is correct, field is correct, but the motto has to be gaining the skill. Once you acquire expected level of skills, then obviously you can survive and grow in the market, irrespective of market conditions. So you have stability. So instead of saying ki company is stable or market is stable, I should say ki I am stable. I have mental stability. I am confident about my skills. I can survive and grow because I have genuine skills. So that's what is expected. Now, skill means what? Now, generally what happens, whenever you talk about any field, every field has a nature. Every field has a nature. Means, for example, if you want to become a civil engineer, you want to construct something, buildings and those things, two skills are needed. What? First skill you need is a team building. Means you will be working a lot with lots of people, especially labor peoples. So you should have a team building capacity. You should get them together and work and make them work, basically speaking, handle team of laborers. So that's one thing. Second thing will be some physical requirements are there. Means I should be ready for working day and night. है ना? So physical, lots of physical work is there. So you have to go on site, supervise, stay day and night there. So it means every field has a nature. Civil has a nature, electrical has a nature, mechanical has a nature, IT has a nature, medical field has a nature. Every field has a nature. Now the scene is like this: ki if somebody, some person wants to enter in some field, so I will check ki is my nature matching with this field or not. So either it should already be matching or you create a match. So means it's like, means literally it's like a getting married. So you are entering in some field, then there has to be a match of a nature. So if your nature is matching with the nature of the field, basically the skills expected by that skill, if it is matching, then that field you take, you at the top. But if it is not matching, then you will struggle. So now we need to understand key skill means what, embedded system demands what. So now I will tell you what actually embedded system offers you, means what kind of work they do in the industry. If I become embedded engineer, means exactly what do I become and what kind of work I will have to do. And whenever I'm planning to enter in any field, first question, what should I ask? I should ask what kind of work I will have to do. And generally I have seen people asking ki what is the salary I will be getting, or is it a reputed company where I will get the entry. So main thing is what kind of work you will be doing, because your work, your skills are going to make you grow, not the name of company. Name, fame of company is not useful for you. So how good you are in that field, that's more important than what kind of company you get or what kind of initial package you get. And skills are important. So embedded field has got basically two profiles, means companies offer two kinds of profile. First is called as a firmware and second is called as a hardware. So firmware developer and hardware developer, these are the two major profiles on these two sides. Either you will be working on firmware or hardware. Then they have development and testing, both. Development and testing, both. Firmware development, firmware testing, hardware development, hardware testing. So basically these four profiles are offered in embedded industries. Firmware is basically what? Now in software industry there are some terminologies like what. So if I tell you, if you say ki I am a web developer, if somebody says I am a web developer, means what? That means they develop a website. If somebody says I am a system programmer, means what? They develop some software which directly interacts with the hardware, directly motherboard or a processor. That means basically speaking, for example, operating system. That's a system level programming. If somebody says I am application level programmer, means what? People who develop video games or some application softwares like browsers or those things, they are application software. Now if you say I'm a firmware developer means what? So the firmware term is used in the embedded domain. So in embedded systems you are programming microcontrollers. Now your air conditioner, remote controller, set top box, or even your infotainment system in your car has got some programming involved. No? So when you touch your touch screen, in the car infotainment system, basically what happens? It will accept some commands, and according to those commands, it will execute it. That's what happens. Now if you are developing for microcontrollers or embedded product, not a general purpose computer, so there are basically two systems right now I can tell you. One is a general purpose system, means your laptop, desktop is a general purpose system. It does not have any specific purpose. But other systems would be like water level controller and monitoring system, biometric attendance system, microwave oven, remote control, infotainment system, set-top box. Then other systems like parts of car, electronic parts of cars, part of airbag. So those systems, or industrial thermos monitoring system, greenhouse monitoring and maintaining system. So all these systems and many more, drone in case of military applications, or oxygen level monitoring and monitoring system, pulse oximeter, BiPAP machine, CPAP. I can just go on. Means if I give example, domain wise, if I give example, I can half an hour at least I can continuously give example, because embedded systems are used everywhere, and there will be hundreds of examples at least, which are in my site. If I look around here itself, I see lots of embedded systems, and you also will. Now the scene is like key, more market, more requirements are on this side. Means I am not saying hardware is not good field to work. It is hardware development, means people who design circuit, who make hardware, those are the first people. And other people are who make software. On this side, those people are working. So here what happens, hardware software development and software redesign happens lots of time, but in comparison to that, hardware development or hardware redesign, specifically once any hardware is developed, finished, so later on redesigning of that hardware will happen very less frequently. Once foolproof hardware is developed, then changes happen rare. But software is not that thing. Software changes happen lots of time. So generally any industry will demand software developers, or here in embedded industry they they demand firmware developers more. So these profiles will be offered more in the market, and financially speaking also this profile will have more growth, more opportunities and more growth. Firmware developers. So Bicard is offering the course on this side, firmware developer. Now, does it mean ki we do not talk about hardware at all? Does it mean ki hardware is not at all involved and we only talk about programming and not at all about hardware? No, that's not the case. So in our course, whatever course we are conducting, it involves analog electronics. Means the course is basically designed for considering even people coming from mechanical background, a person who does not know anything about electronics, person who does not understand difference between MOSFET and transistor, person who does not know what is inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, a person who does not know how to activate N-channel MOSFET, how to activate NPN BJT, what is the difference between BJT and FET, person who does not know what is the role of a capacitor in electronics, person who does not know anything about what is voltage divider, person who does not know ki if I give you 10 volt and if I ask you ki create 7 volt from 10 volt, how can you create, person who does not know this. So means basically speaking, basics of electronics, who does not know. So considering that person, we have designed two modules. One is analog electronics, another is a digital electronics, in which we talk about basics. Basics is not theoretical. It is about components and things which we will be using in the embedded. Because here it is not like on your laptop you are writing some program and then you don't have to know anything about your motherboard. This is here. It's that here. That's not the case. In embedded system, you must know microcontroller, you must know electronic components. So without having awareness of electronics, it is impossible to program embedded system. So embedded system programming is not only about programming. Embedded system programming is about programming, but programming what? Programming a microcontroller. Then you need to know microcontroller. You are driving what? You are driving BJT, you are driving FET. So your outcome of controller will go to relays. So you must know relays. So surrounding circuitries like LCDs, 7-segment displays, push buttons, SPDT, SPST. So all these things you must know. So hardware we will talk about, and software also we talk about in this course. Course contents, angles, what level of details we will discuss, that you will come to know in next 2 or 3 sessions. we will conduct, you will in 2 sessions you will understand the difference, your whatever was conducted at your college, or in case if you have attended any embedded sessions, C sessions or controller sessions anywhere. So in couple of days you will understand the difference, what level we will be talking here. So we believe in complete depth. So here college level discussions will not happen. Here complete industry level application point of view discussions will happen, wherein we believe ki we want to prepare people for the industry. We don't want to conduct sessions theoretically, some topic conducted, one example given, finished, and we declare that syllabus finished. So that's not going to happen. We are not just interested in giving people job, we are interested in making people skilled. And that's our final motto. We are not just interested in teaching programming, grammar only. We are interested in logic development. We want to improve your thinking capabilities so that later on you can do something creative. Means some of our students have their own companies also, their own startups, because they are creative. They have lots of thinking capabilities. They made something on their own. So that is possible because embedded system is a basically cost effective field. You can start on your own also if you get skilled to that level, and that's what we are believing in. So we believe in imparting skills. We are not here to do something college level stuff, or at some other lots of places are there where embedded system discussions happen on superficial level. They get a job, people accidentally luckily get a job, but afterwards whether they survive and grow or not, that's the question. So we need to see both the examples in the market, people who got the job and they succeeded, and other people are also there, people who got the job but later on they failed. And the reason for failure is because they were not skilled, they did not know how to actually do something independently. So we want to create people who are independent. Once you enter into the industry, then you should not feel ki now I need somebody's help for implementation, or we need some guidance, or again we need some training. That should not happen. We have experiences like we trained people in C and C++, and later on they themselves learned Python. For Python, they did not ask any training. Or some examples like we trained in 8051 Peak and ARM, and then the people learn AVR, Renisas. They are working on various microcontrollers. So they don't need training because basics are very clear, fundamentals are very clear, and that's our goal. Once somebody learns how to learn, then you can learn anything. The main problem in education system is they don't teach how to learn something. They want you to remember everything. So education system is a memory driven. You remember textbook, write in exams and get marks. And then college or surrounding people create an impression you scored well means you are intelligent people. You scored well means generally you have a strong memory. Memory does not have any value in the industry. Industry values logics. So we goal here to improve logics. We first of all talk about how to think, how to create algorithms in programming languages, how to program a microcontroller. We don't talk about this is one code example and this is how it works and topic finish. No, we talk about what actually, how they are actually using this thing in industry. What are the failure scenarios when this code can fail or when this application can fail? What cautions should I take so that it should not fail? How can I make something foolproof? How can I make something not only workable but also efficient, consuming less power, consuming less memory? Because efficiency has got a value in the market. Your value is your thinking capability, and we want to work on that. Okay, so that's the goal. So for today, we will have to stop here. Tomorrow we will continue. So tomorrow I will try to conduct the session for a longer time. So today I had planned for a bit of introduction. So tomorrow what we'll do, tomorrow we will start with some technical topic, and sometime we will also dedicate for your questions regarding anything. Means if you have confusion like whether should I enter in embedded or not, or if you have some queries like that, or what kind of skills are expected, anything about embedded systems or any other queries, take some technical queries also we will talk about. I myself work as a trainer at Bicard for last 6 years. I have been working at Bicard. I have trained more than 1,000 people, freshers, working professionals, right from zero experience to around 23, 25 years of experience. People also I have trained. I have been involved in the corporate trainings also. So whoever will be training you, in case if you join Bicard, then all experienced people are there. People who have lots of working experience, who have a practical knowledge of application point of view. So those people will be actually conducting sessions. Hardware setup is available, and things will be implemented practically considering industry scenarios, and you will be made ready for the industry. And we believe in creating interest in people. We believe that once you start finding things interesting, then you generally more work more on it. When you work more on it, then you get more skills, and when you get more skills, then naturally financially and in all aspects you grow. If you don't find things interesting, then even if you get a job, still it's a boring life for you. You just seek for work life balance, है ना? You want to learn more when you find it interesting. So we give our best for making this journey interesting. We want you to understand with clarity, and we very well understand the interest is basically a byproduct of clarity. When I have clarity about something, when I understand how to do it, then I naturally trigger my interest. And when I successfully trigger my interest, then I spend more time. When I spend more time, then I get more skills. More skills means more growth. So that's how the learning process happens. Now, I will talk about lots of other things, how practicals will be conducted in case if you join online sessions, then how microcontrollers will be learned, data sheet approach. Means I have a lot to share. In next 2 to 3 days, we will talk about a lot of things, alongside how the course will be conducted, what level depth we go into, and plus also we will also have a look at some technical things, ki how Bicard stands different in comparison with all other places. What is our unique qualities which will make you think joining Bicard? Finally, it will be your choice. Okay, so that was all for today from my side. For some reasons, we will have to stop early today. So tomorrow we will again continue. Next 3 or 4 sessions we can continue, depending upon how you respond. If you request, then we can add a couple of sessions. Let us see how it goes. I would like to share as much as information I can. Okay. So that was all for today from my side. So tomorrow we will start with some bit of technical discussion also. Some more people are expected actually. So tomorrow we will start with some technical topic. You will also get an idea how technical discussions happen. And I think some people also have doubt, like whether online training, in case if you join online training, whether it will be equally effective. I know some majority people have this doubt, ki, is online training effective as equal to the offline training? That I will practically make you understand in next couple of sessions, how the sessions are conducted, and how the whether it is possible to make somebody understand things in equal depth as it is possible in offline training, you know. Okay, thank you everyone. So we will stop here for today. Tomorrow we will continue with the next further discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, welcome.